Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by lead-silver developer Galena Mining, ASX code G1A. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the Managing Director of Galena Mining, Tony James. Hi, Tony.
Hello, Matt.
Well, after many years of exploration and development, on the 13th of January this year, Galena Mining became a bona fide producer when it tabled the company's very first lead-silver concentrate from its brand new 60% owned Abra mine site in the Gascoyne region of WA. The deposit is globally significant when it comes to lead-silver operations, and it is now game on for this ASX-listed company that is about to make that very elusive leap from cash-burning explorer and developer to cash-generating miner. Okay, Tony, tell me, how much lead-silver concentrate did you produce in that first commissioning round? How long will it take to get to steady-state production? What does that look like?
Yeah, thanks, Matt. We basically started our first lot of concentrate production in early January. We've probably put about 100 tonnes of concentrate on the floor as a saleable product, which is very encouraging. What will happen during this year is that we'll gradually ramp up, and I suspect that by sort of Q3 this year we'll be up to full production rate. So we expect to produce probably around between 65 and 70,000 tonnes of lead this year. And then once we get into steady state, we'll be up around the 93,000 tonnes of lead per annum sort of production rate. This year we'll produce 400,000 ounces of silver, and in steady state we'll get it up to 550,000 ounces of silver per annum.
How big's the resource at Abra, and what's the initial expected mine life?
The resource is 34 million tonnes at 7.2, so it's a massive resource. It's one of the cleanest and the largest undeveloped lead deposit in the world. We're going to operate at 1.3 million tonne per annum initially, which gives us our initial mine life of 13 years.
I know you did some financial modelling, so let's run through some of the key metrics. Firstly, what did that modelling say it will cost you to produce a pound of lead silver, and how much will you sell that pound for?
In 2023, our initial modelling was between C1 cash costs between 50 and 65 cents per pound US. Steady state, that'll drop down to the 50 cent mark, so US 50 cents per pound once we're in steady state. The modelling that we did, we used a 90 cents US per pound lead price, but the lead price is currently sitting at $1, so we're in a very good spot right now.
What's the expected annual EBITDA for the operation this calendar year, and also annually when you achieve steady state production going forward?
So this year we expect to be EBITDA between 45 and 5 million, and then once we get into steady state, we are forecasting that we will punch out $100 million a year.
Now, I know you put a net present value on it a couple of years ago, so it may be a little bit out of touch now, but what was that net present value?
It's very similar. It's around the 550 million mark, and that's driven primarily by the lead price, which we find is very stable, particularly when you offset it against the Australia-US exchange rate.
Tony James from Galena Mining, thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears. And remember, we're only here to give you information, not advice, which you should, of course, seek independently. I'm Matt Birney, and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company interviews, go to the Money page on the 6PR, 2GB, 3AW and 4BC websites and click the Public Companies tab.